Tech Walk for the KPMG Australia Sail Grand Prix. It is the 8th event of season 4 and I'm so excited to be back here. It's personally one of my favourite stops on the circuit. We're going to dive on into the tech site and see how everyone's feeling ahead of this weekend's racing. Well, Canada is the lucky team to be first on the waters here in Sydney. They're actually testing the new high-speed boards that we're going to see in season 5, but a little bit of extra training time out on Sydney Harbour. I've just spotted 2 Canadian team members, Phil Robertson and CJ, their wing trimmer. Let's see if I can catch up and have a chat. We got a cameraman. Yeah, I am chasing you down. You get to go sailing today. You looking forward to it?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I just got off a 50-hour flight, and
welcome to the club, mate. Welcome to.
Yeah, I know how you guys feel the rest of the year, but no, it's good. We're looking forward to it.
And Phil testing the high-speed boards. How are they going? Are you enjoying them?
Yeah, it's cool. It's very different T-foils, so they respond quite differently to the L4s that we use now, but yeah, they're a lot of fun. We're going to make them a little bit smaller soon and get to go faster.
And the point is to reduce cavitation, so you're gonna absolutely smash that speed record in season 5, right?
Oh, we'll give it a go today and see what happens.
Well, Sydney did deliver last year some good wind and good action. CJ, you looking forward to maybe a little bit of change of pace this weekend?
Yeah. I mean, as we've said in the, or as a lot of people have said in the kind of pre-race stuff, this is where everyone's going to see the inexperience coming through, and hopefully we'll get absolutely chanking 25 knots and off the city, super shifty, super gusty, and yeah, it'll be fun. And hopefully we'll get a bit of it today to really give those T4s a proper push.
Yeah, so watch out for the Canadians this weekend.
Come on, always watch out for us.
Mad Max.
Have a fun day, guys. See ya. Well, we heard from the Canadians that all the pressure is on the new teams, and one of those teams is the German SailGP team. We did actually hear that the team have headed out for some reconnaissance on Sydney Harbour, so even though they're not sailing today, they're trying to get their bearings. I'm going to grab them as they get off the water and see what they found out. Well, Eric, you're a new team to Sydney and you've just been out there checking it out. What do you think of the race course?
I mean, first of all, we checked out how we can get out there because the tow is not super easy. That looks interesting with the Shark Island, the island in the middle of the race course. It's a new thing for us, and I think also with the HSBs probably, and maybe a small wing, we have something new to learn again.
Well, there's been a lot of change, but it's been so light, which has probably gone in some new teams' favour. But are you looking forward to sailing in a little bit more wind?
Yeah, I mean, that's where the fun comes from, and the whole fleet was waiting for wind now 6 months, and I think everyone is happy to sail in the breeze again.
And obviously this race course is going to be tricky, like you said, with all the land and all the islands, but have you raced in Sydney before in any of your other sailing?
No, not yet. It's first time for me.
Okay, well, I hope you enjoy it. It's very special to me, and I hope it puts on a good show and is some great sailing.
Yeah, thanks.
Well, Australian home event. Here we are. Is this going to be the one where you guys finally break this season and win an event?
Yeah, I think Peter Burling's not here, so we've got a shot at it.
Is he too afraid to turn up to Australian soil, you reckon?
I think he just figured that we were all pretty upset after Abu Dhabi, so he was going to bow this one out so that we got a shot.
Well, Sydney, I mean, I'm biased, but I think it's a pretty awesome place to have a SailGP event. What makes this event so good for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, local events are always good, but Sydney Harbour, hopefully there's some wind and stuff, and that's what we've been dying for this past little bit. So yeah, hopefully we get some good fast action. And
I don't think we've seen the 18-metre wing till probably last time we were here in Sydney, maybe?
Yeah, that's right. So that'll be all on, and I think some of the new teams will enjoy that.
And the coffee's also good in Australia.
Yeah, coffee's good. First thing I did when I landed here was got a good coffee, so yeah.
Perfect. Well, we'll let you go, and I'm sure you guys are prepping, but have a great race weekend, and I'll talk to you soon.
Thanks.
Hi everyone, it's Lisa here. I'm back for part 2 of the Tech Walk, but I'm not on Tech Base. I'm here at the iconic Sydney Opera House in front of this iconic Sydney Harbour Bridge. We are here for the official press conference, and unfortunately there's some tough news coming in for today. It was meant to be official practice day with all 10 F50s out there, but they're just about to announce that they've pulled the pin on that. The thunderstorm threat is too big this afternoon for the F50s. There's just going to be 2 lucky teams with USA and Germany, new kids on the block, testing out this race course. But let's head on inside and see what the sailors have to say ahead of this weekend. They're all going to turn up tomorrow fresh with no practice. Let's go on in. Well, Nathan, I think you've probably collected the most t-shirts in SailGP. How's that going for you?
Well, you know, I like to wear a good hat, so I got 4 hats now. So yeah, pretty happy with that. I think there's one person in the league who's got a couple more than me, but yeah, obviously driving 4 different boats is it's a good learning opportunity for me, and yeah, looking forward to this weekend.
And it must also be quite cool to see how different teams operate as well.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it's fascinating to see how all the teams operate, and you know, a couple of them I've obviously been running and quite involved in, and then you know, the rest of the ones have been sort of like come in, fill in a gap, and it's always an interesting balance between bringing my style and how I would do things versus like fitting into how the team structure is. And yeah, I think the more meetings and preparation you do ahead of these events, the better prepared we are, and there's been no shortage of meetings over the last few weeks, that's for sure.
Well, we all know you're Aussie, you've represented Australia at the Olympic Games, but you actually live in New Zealand and you sail with the Kiwis on a regular basis, so honorary Kiwi taking the wheel.
Yeah, everyone loves a good Kiwi-Aussie bit of banter. Yeah, as you said, I've represented Australia at 3 Olympic Games and grew up here, love sailing on Sydney Harbour. But yeah, for the last 5 or 6 years I've been living in New Zealand. My wife's from there, our 2 boys are from there. They've only got the Kiwi passports, which I still need to fix. Everyone reminds me of that. And yeah, working with Emirates Team New Zealand. So the last 2 years I've been every day hanging out with Pete and Blair, Josh and Andy, and you know, the rest of the whole team. And so yeah, every morning it's a coffee discussion about America's Cup, but we're always talking about SailGP too. And yeah, for once I'll get to join them this weekend and be a part of the full team.
And just quickly, how much are you looking forward to actually getting out of some big breeze and sending it on that race course?
Yeah, I was trying to think the last time I drove a boat in more than 5 knots, and I think we're going back to Saint-Tropez, not last year, but the year before that. So it's been a year and a half since I've driven one of these things at high speed, but I'm sure it'll come back to me by the time I get to Shark Island. A southerly on Sydney Harbour is amazing. We'll have the high-speed boards on, so we'll get some good top speeds, and it'll be a bit of a boat handling track, you know, like really shifty, tacking on all the shifts, and we've done a few days over the last 5 years here in that wind direction, so a bit of study to do tonight just to make sure I remember how all the shifts work. But you know, it's exactly what the event needs, a good breezy day. We've just had so many light events this season, and yeah, I'm happy to be here for a windy day.
I'm normally stuck on the tech site, but as you see, I was at the Opera House this morning, and now I'm on Shark Island, known as Genesis Island, for this weekend. This is the ticket experience. It's going to be absolutely epic. The boats will be coming right past here. It's an amazing view, and I'm really jealous for everyone who gets to watch from here this weekend. Just come off the water from our broadcast rehearsal. There wasn't much sailing going on, but I have spotted the USA team are back on shore, so let's head on over and see how Taylor went out there and how he's feeling about the big breeze tomorrow. Well, Taylor, it wasn't really the day you were looking for today. It was a bit light and miserable, but it's all on tomorrow.
Yeah, a bit unfortunate. We thought we were going to have a little bit of breeze to sail today, but we ended up going out and towing around for a while, which is still beneficial. We're training up a new flight controller, so all gains in that area, which is nice. But yeah, I think tomorrow's looking great. You know, I think we're going to have anything from like 13 to 20 knots of breeze. So let's go.
Perfect. And you've sailed in Sydney Harbour before, and you've done SailGP as a flight controller. It's going to get pretty small, pretty fast, going the speeds you might go tomorrow.
Yeah, this is our 3rd SailGP event here in Sydney Harbour, so excited to be back. And yeah, we've always had great events, and it looks like we're going to have a puffy southerly tomorrow, which I've sailed in before, and you know, the island in the middle of the race course, so it makes things very exciting, and there's a lot of action and lead changes, and we're looking forward to it.
And obviously you guys had an awesome event in Abu Dhabi, but it'll be a different game tomorrow. But do you have confidence with your team moving forward into heavier breeze? This has been a nice little step up.
Yeah, I think, you know, looking back to I think our 2nd training day in Dubai, when we first started sailing the boat as a new team, we had some good breeze, you know, building up to 15 knots, and by the end of it we were feeling very comfortable. So you know, there's no doubt that this squad is going to pick everything up really quickly, and yeah, I think we're good for it.
Well, enjoy sailing in Sydney Harbour. I love it, and I hope you have a good time.
Yeah, thank you so much. Looking forward to this iconic backdrop. So it'll be fun.
It's going to be pretty hard to predict who's going to do well this weekend. Obviously, we had no practice. We've got big wins on Saturday and a little bit lighter on Sunday, so we're going to see a little bit of everything. I still think those Aussies have something to prove back on home waters. I think they're going to take the win. I think New Zealand will actually be up there, and I think the French will be back on form as well. So we'll have to check in on Sunday and see how it went. That's it for the Tech Walk this weekend, and I will see you soon for the debrief.